Race relations, one of the top concerns in the 1950s through 1960s, has returned as a major issue in this decade. The United States has never been entirely sure what to do about racial conflict, and conversations regarding race are often avoided due to a lack of understanding. Despite the progress made over the years regarding desegregated neighborhoods and schools, harsh treatment due to the pigment of your skin still exists amongst Americans. Based on recent polls and surveys, Americans' worries about race relations is at an all-time high. 42% of Americans say they personally worry a great deal about race relations in the United States, increasing by 7% from the last year. Barack Obama's presidency resulted in the percentage who expressed a great deal of worry about race relations to hit an all-time low. Could this be due to the non-traditional African-American Muslim president being elected? In other words, the increase in racial tensions are continuously sparked by high-profile incidents of police killing unarmed African-American men. And black men shooting police in relation prove that racial interactions continue to have a negative effect on society.
Woo! You're pointing up here. Hold the on! Yeah, I know, maybe. I get it, maybe he sees me. He's down. More of them.
I'm Adriana. I am Mexican American. I was born in Texas and I lived here my whole life. And okay, I think race relations right now have gotten sort of better compared to past times, because personally I'm around so many different types of people and I wouldn't have that opportunity compared to if I was living like in a time period that was really different from now, and more restrictions and more stereotypes and stuff like that.
Hi, I'm Tony. What else?
Were you born here?
I wasn't. I'm from Cuba.
Have you experienced racism since you moved here?
No, I haven't. Not much, but I've seen.
How do you feel as a Cuban in America? Do you feel like you're accepted into society or you're outcasted?
Well, yes and no. I feel like it doesn't really matter where you're from and here in America, but there's still like racism and like separation of groups, like immigrants, like Hispanics and like blacks and whites.
Although the United States has become more diverse due to the influx of many immigrants, especially Hispanics, the race relations even in the Hispanic community continue to be strained.
Hey George, how you doing, George?
Hey George.
Hey George.
Any interest?
Hey George, what do you think about the comments that Trump made about Mexicans?
I think they're fantastic.
Would you have any interest in hosting Celebrity Apprentice, George?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Why not? I think you'd be great. They're looking for a minority.
You know how many Latinos are in the United States? I think you go to check your stats.
But I think
we're the largest growing majority. Look, I'm not Donald Trump's secondhand citizen, so I don't think so.
You wouldn't do it?
But also, his comments are, listen, those comments are vile in any civilized society. So, but, there's a freedom of speech. So, I know him. I don't particularly like what he's saying, but there is a right to say that.
Do you think he believes it, though, or you think he's just talking shit?
Well, I hope he believes it, because I don't think he would just want to say that just for conversation, man. There's other ways to, to create conversation.
But it's a pretty inflammatory thing to say.
But what that does to us is, and what it does should do to everybody is, half of the people who vote are there's half of them that aren't registered to vote, and people were brutalized and abused for the right to vote, women and other people of color. So, as Americans, who we all are, listen, immigrants come from all over the world, not just the hole in the fence in Mexico. So we should, as Americans, use our right and the right to vote, and also to free speech. So I don't agree with what he's saying, but I do think that him being in the race, listen, he's punking all the other dudes, man. He already called Jeb Bush's old lady out. Listen, if Jeb Bush ain't gonna call you out, she's Latina, she'll take you out. So she must not have an internet connection at her house, because she'd be like, that fool said what about me?
Absolutely.
Man.
Will you be playing on the Trump golf course?
No.
So you're going to boycott Trump?
I'm going to boycott his golf course. Listen, and if there's any Latinos out there, si están trabajando en un lugar donde es el dueño Trump, that's it, Trump. Hey, vete de ahí, go work over here in another place. Steve Wynn. But no, we're boycotting. Listen, like, he cares. He has so much money. But it has created a dialogue that I think America needs to have.
Well, does he have any chance, you think, in the race?
Yeah, sure.
You think so?
There's enough racists in this country for him to get elected.
Yeah, that's a shame. That's a shame. Thank you, George.
It's unfortunate. All right, guys, good luck. Hey, listen, remember, Trump in 2016.
Oh, really?
Trump in 2016, if he wins, he won't have to worry about immigration. We'll all go back.
Thanks, George.
Thanks, George. Thank you, George.
Hi, I'm Yeji. I'm Asian and I was born in South Korea. Okay, so I had a lot of occasions. First, they're my friends, but sometimes they take a picture of me and just write Kim Jong-un on the bottom of my picture and post it on Snapchat, and that's really racist, first of all. And then if I have to go to another city and order something in a restaurant, there are some people roll their eyes and give that stereotypical face, oh, those Asians doesn't even know how to order, yeah. And some people always some rude people always talk really fast, and whenever I ask them to repeat, they're always purposely slow them down so slow, so I was talking about, and that's so rude. And yeah, that's it. Yes, those occasions actually affected me a lot. Every time I had to face white people or black people, it doesn't really matter with the race, but I always had the feeling where people would think I'm really bad at English and everything. They're gonna judge me because how I'm Asian, and I don't know, every time I take a class or anything, everyone starts asking me about the questions that is related to math and everything. I don't really know math, but they just still ask me. But I feel like they're pressuring me to be good. Yes, so that's how it affected me.
Racial stereotypes continue to affect relations and interactions between the different races of people. Respect towards others is not very valued in American society, and that can cause immigrants to feel like outsiders and feel unwanted or ostracized. Most Americans agree that race relations need to improve, but they have not made a consensus on how to make this happen. It is a well-known fact that racism and racial intolerance does not stand up well to contact. When one interacts with people of different races, they will begin to see each other as individuals and not judge an entire group. 67% of Americans only interact with people of the same race as them. Diversifying neighborhoods, schools, and allowing races to have more interactions with each other will help improve race relations in the near future.
Delegation. The location for the meeting with Senator Ribicoff has been changed to the Red Cross tent, which is to my left. 11 o'clock, Senator Ribicoff will meet the Connecticut delegation at the Red Cross tent.
How many deaths will it take till he knows that too many people have died? The answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind. The answer is blowing in the wind. The answer is blowing in the wind. We'd like to sing a song